Today, we're going to be doing something a little different, a little unique. I'm going to be showing you how to use some plugins the wrong way or in the unintended way, and we're going to get good results. We're going to do things like put CLA Bass on drums. I've got the Smack Attack Transient Shaper on my vocals. I'm also using the TG Mastering chain on my vocal bus instead of my master. And then I've got Abbey Road vinyl doing a few tricks and a few tracks. Now let me A/B this for you and show you that being a little bit more creative with your plugins can make a nice impact on your productions. Here's the before.
I swear we'll never get along, but it's okay, 'cause I love them anyway.
Now, if you're looking for new ways to add flavor to your mix, or maybe get the most out of the plugins you already have, maybe learn some new ways to use them, I'm gonna show you some alternative ways to approach plugins that were designed for completely different things, and the result is actually gonna be good. But before we dig in, make sure you take a second to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the latest news, tips, tricks, and more from Waves Audio. All right, so the first wrong thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna use a mastering plugin on our vocals. Now, when you think about a mastering plugin, you typically think about putting it on the master channel, right? But try it on your mix buses, your groups, or even individual tracks. In this session, I've got the TG Mastering chain on my vocal group. I've got the lead going down the center, and the stacks pan left and right.
My friends, they act like animals, sometimes too much to handle, but it's okay, 'cause I love them anyway.
So basically, we're gonna use the TG Mastering chain as a channel strip. You've got the input here with the tape EQ, and I found that the NAB to IEC setting at 15 IPS added a nice overall brightness.
Passed out in the backseat, on the 405, need a natty. I'm so glad I got you around. Through the uppers and the downers, we might be a little reckless, out of line and neglected.
Just to give it a little sheen right there. And then, since I had the lead going up the middle and the stacks pan left and right on the sides, I switched all these modules to mid-side. And that way, when you open them up, on the EQ, for example, you've got the settings split between mid and side. Or you can even look at it as one for the lead and one for the stacks.
Passed out in the backseat, on the 405, need a natty. I'm so glad I got you around. Through the uppers and the downers, we might be a little reckless, out of line and neglected. But to know that we're not alone makes the mess feel more like a home. My friends, they act like animals, sometimes too much to handle, but it's okay, 'cause I love them anyway.
So this is a great way to shape and to create separation between the leads and the stacks or background vocals. And you've also got the limiter right here, which if you switch it to modern, it acts like a VCA compressor. We can dial in for the leads and stacks.
My friends, they act like animals, sometimes too much to handle, but it's okay, 'cause I love them anyway. Put the
If it gets too loud, just turn the output down.
I swear we'll never get along, but it's okay, 'cause I love them anyway.
And then you can finish it off or even move the filter over before the EQ to first roll off that low end. Whatever you want to do. You can rearrange any of these inner 3 modules in any order that you want. The other thing I like in this is the spreader. It's a great way to widen things out or sort of play with the vocals in the stereo field throughout the track.
My friends, they act like animals, sometimes too much to handle, but it's okay, 'cause I love them anyway. Put the fun in dysfunctional, I swear we'll never get along, but it's okay, 'cause I love them anyway.
But this is a great control to automate throughout the mix. Now, you don't necessarily have to use all the modules at the same time. Try the EQ on individual channels, see how that sounds. Try the compressor on your drums. It's got the mix control for that parallel thickness. You have a ton of presets built in from top mixing engineers that you can try out. You also have the live component, which which works at 0 latency if you want to record with it in real time. Just because it's a mastering plugin doesn't mean you have to throw it only on your master. All right, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to bring out more thump, more tone, and more character in your drums with a plugin designed for bass. Here's the drums. Now, parallel processing is a technique we all use to enhance the drums in a mix. Now, try it out with this plugin, CLA Bass. Now, what you want to do is either clone your drum track and insert the CLA Bass on that, or you can create a new aux or return, send the drums to it, and insert the CLA Bass on the aux. And having that separate parallel channel, as opposed to just slapping the plugin on the entire drum group or channel, is going to give you much more control. So what I'll do on the CLA Bass is start by turning up the input, just until it's barely red. Then use either the spank or the wall to give it that heavily compressed sound. Use the bass as a low-end parallel EQ to bring out that tone of the kick. Lift the highs with the treble. Turn up the sub to enhance that thump. Depending on what drums you're working on, you can use this as a parallel distortion to add a little excitement. And then a little width goes a long way. And once you dial up a sound you like on the parallel aux, you blend it in with the original drums. So here's the before and after parallel processing. It's a plugin designed for bass, but it can also make a great parallel drum processor. It's just another way to look at it. So if you're looking for something new in your drums, try this out. The next thing I want to show you isn't necessarily wrong, but it is a more creative way to use plugins aside from dialing in the setting and leaving it static. We're going to be playing with the Abbey Road vinyl plugin. And one of the ways I like to use it is on drum loops. In order to make it sound like a break, I pull directly from a record. But here's a good way to use it without clouding up your mix. So we have this drum loop. And what you want to do is create a new track. You want to put the Abbey Road vinyl plugin on this new track. All right, and the first thing I'm going to do is set the turntable to DJ and switch the cartridge to MM. We'll turn up the vinyl noise. We'll give it some crackle. Then we'll turn up the clicks. All right, we got that nice vinyl texture and all, but we don't want to have that going the whole time throughout the whole track. So we'll take it a step further by adding a compressor after it. Let's go with the R comp. And then you want to sidechain the compressor to the drum loop. All right, now on R comp, bring the ratio all the way down. Give it a fast attack. Slide that release over just to about halfway to start. Now listen to the vinyl texture as I bring down the threshold. See, it sounds more like an actual break now, instead of a drum loop with just a noise vinyl layer on top. Another way I like to use Abbey Road vinyl is to literally play it throughout the track. I'll show you another trick. I've got it here inserted on my instrument group. make it sound like we sampled it from an old record, we'll start by giving it that warped vibe with the wow. And then we'll give it a little more degradation with the flutter. Now we're gonna make it move by doing some automation. First, you wanna click on the tone arm right here, and then you wanna draw a slope and create points for the start to the middle of the record. Now watch the tone arm as I play it back. All right, so I'm just gonna make that slightly longer, and then I'm gonna copy and paste that throughout the instrument group. All right, and now I'm gonna do some automation with the noise, crackle, and clicks. Now I'm not gonna go as extreme on these as I did with the tone arm. You want to adjust these and use these to taste, like salt. Like, you know how on an old record, certain grooves are dirtier than others? So I'm going to draw in the slopes with the crackle to sort of emulate that. And now with the clicks, I'm going to make it sound like it's more worn as it gets closer to the center of the record. So I'll draw in the slope to emulate that. Copy and paste that throughout the track. The last thing I'm going to do is automate the playback head. I'm going to give it that record stop effect. Let's bring the speed down. I'm going to set it to about 1.2. Draw in the points for the playback start and stop. Check it out now with the automation. And now let's hear the whole thing back with all the automation all together. See, it's little things like this you do to give your mix that replay value. It's more than just dialing in settings and leaving it static. Use the automation to make your sounds move and behave. Keep things interesting. The next thing we're gonna do that might be considered wrong is use a transient shaper on vocals. Smack Attack is a plugin typically designed for drums or percussive elements, but it actually makes a great way to enhance vocals in a mix, put them right smack in your face over the beat. Now let me show you how we can increase the intelligibility and make sure every word is heard. Let's first take a listen to the untreated vocals with the beat.
Rolling, something to roll up on my side, puffing, ain't no side piece. I see loyalty, highest 5G, skies beat, sowing lightning, sip up a chai tea and nightly, we on and grinding, that mental hygiene.
So to help them cut through in the mix, as opposed to just turning up the volume on the track, we're gonna give the vocals more dynamics by first turning up the attack.
Rolling, something to roll up on my side, puffing, ain't no side piece. I see loyalty, highest 5G, skies beat, sowing lightning, sip up a chai tea and nightly, we on and grinding, that mental hygiene. They wanna see me make mistake, that hammer strike me down, that purple.
That brought the volume up. We're just gonna bring it down on the output.
For nothing, I keep it square, that demon might be round, combustion engine thumping, velocity breaking the sound.
Now what we can also do is turn up the sustain, and that's gonna help in pushing things even more forward.
Rolling, something to roll up on my side, puffing, ain't no side piece. I see loyalty, highest 5G, skies beat, sowing lightning, sip up a chai tea and nightly, we on and grinding, that mental hygiene. They wanna see me make mistake, that hammer strike me down, that purple pill, I'm the one, swallow or bite me down for.
And then if you're starting to hear things get a little too harsh with the highs and the vocals, you might wanna have a de-esser handy to put after Smack Attack just to prevent things from getting too sibilant in the top end. Here's the before and after in the mix.
Rolling, something to roll up on my side, puffing, ain't no side piece. I see loyalty, highest 5G, skies beat, sowing lightning, sip up a chai tea and nightly, we on and grinding, that mental hygiene. They wanna see me make mistake, that hammer strike me down, that purple pill, I'm the one, swallow or bite me down for nothing. I keep it square, that demon might be round, combustion engine thumping, velocity breaking the sound.
So you can try this trick with Smack Attack if you're struggling to get your vocals to jump out in the mix. It also works great on things other than drums. Well, there you go, guys. A couple quick tricks for using plugins in ways you might not have thought of. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give us a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, let us know below. What sort of wrong or weird things do you do with plugins? What's something that everyone considers wrong but sounds so right to you? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, thank you for watching.